Welcome to the Sort of Truth podcast, the chapter-by-chapter reread of the Sort of Truth series with reheated craft beer on the side. Yeah, I'm Nate, and I'm here with Jade and Aaron, and today we're going to be marching our way through Chapter 40 of Temple of the Winds.
Yeah.
Why do we have reheated beer?
Because of the lightning.
I know, but why? I don't want it.
I'm not a warm beer guy. I don't.
You went to Scotland and you're not a warm beer guy? Don't you have to drink warm beer over there?
No, I liked whiskey ice cold.
Oh, whiskey. Yeah, that makes sense. Whiskey and Scotch, yeah.
I had a bunch of tenants, though.
I know Guinness is supposed to be served warm. Like in Ireland, you get that warm out of the tap.
Well,
or not warm, room temperature.
Beer's heated like during the process of making it though?
Oh yeah.
So depending on how many times it was heated during that process, we could technically say it's reheated anyways.
Okay.
Anyways,
Kahlan I like it.
Brings the thunder and Shota calls the lightning. It's going to be a storm and we're happy to be in it because we're also going to be trying a new beer that we haven't tried before. It's from Stormcloud Brewing Company and you're going to find out what it's called later, not now. And lastly, we're going to hear from a listener who wanted to weigh in on Aaron joining the show.
We got a response.
Oh, God.
We asked, and they answered.
I've actually read two people respond and say something about how they felt.
Oh, yeah?
I hate this.
Just look at his face. He's red.
I have to sit here and... No, I'll be back. Just let me know when the podcast is done.
Aaron, I wouldn't subject you to it if it was so horrible. I didn't think you could.
No, I don't want to hear it if it's good. I don't like it.
Well, that's why I'm going to be reading it, so...
All right, well, Chapter 40, Temple of the Winds. This chapter starts with Kahlan traveling through the Sliff to Agaden Reach. Is that the sound effect we're going to use for the Sliff?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think it does? What sound do you think it makes?
It's got to be something like that because Kahlan loves the way that it feels. And she doesn't want it to end. So, honestly, that sound isn't probably too far off.
The pleasure.
Yeah.
Whatever you think pleasure sounds like, I guess.
I put it to, like, getting out of bed in the morning, but yeah, you could use it for that, too.
You get pleasure in getting out of bed in the morning?
No, I don't.
That's one of my worst parts of the day.
It's like the feeling when you're in bed before you get out of bed.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want that to ever end.
Yeah,
like,
that's the best.
No, I don't want to get up.
Yeah.
I'm in the perfect little heat pocket right here. I'm comfortable.
Now...
I don't know if I feel like maybe a little disappointed that that's where your brain goes.
Yeah. Well, you're married, dude.
I like sleep.
You needed to think of that one.
I'm going to drink.
Nate, just add next to your wife. Say next to your wife.
We forgot something in the beginning of this.
What's that?
Nate is currently wearing a kilt because today, everyone, dear listeners, is his birthday.
It's my birthday.
Yeah.
Well, not
when you're listening.
Yeah,
but when we record
not today, but today.
Today.
But not today.
Yeah.
Yes.
These are going to release like way after this. So the whole time that we're recording today, which is going to be multiple episodes, we're going to be celebrating
That's right.
his birthday. So when you hear some of these, we sound a little drunk or happy. That's why. It's just Nate's birthday today.
I have my drinking pants
day.
on, and that's a kilt.
Yes, and that is not pants.
Not pants. Like the guy from Harry Potter, he likes a good breeze. Mm-hmm. I can appreciate that.
Round my privates, thanks.
Well, the Sliff says, hey, as long as I'm awake, I'll be here to pick you up when you're done. So she's, like, again, not going to sleep.
Got you, babe.
Kahlan is not exactly sure where she is now, but she knows that she's in the Reach, right? She asked to go there. That's where she is. She's also totally surrounded by potentially dangerous wildlife. So fun. Aren't you glad you only took one very small knife with you now?
Well, yeah, we know the last time that they were around this place, they ran into that, like, caltrop or whatever the fuck it was that looked like the old man.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
With friendly old, I forget his name.
I don't know, but he didn't walk through spider webs, and they were, or he did, and they were like, oh.
Well, yeah, he was a hologram.
He did, but he wasn't making a move.
Yeah.
He was walking straight through him.
Yeah.
Speaking of making a move,
Oh.
all of a sudden, she is thrown to the ground, and Sam jumps on top of her.
Good old Sam.
He likes his pretty lady
I mean, who doesn't like a
in a
pretty lady?
terrifying kind of way.
Well, yeah. I like a pretty lady, but not in the way Sam does.
Well, yeah, he threatens to eat her, but eat her. And she threatens to slit his throat and feed him to the scary shit in the woods. So he's like, all right, hey, you win.
Yeah, because she gets the bone knife out real quick. Mm-hmm. He probably didn't expect her to have that.
No.
Right. Well, she does. She puts it to his throat, and I feel more than anything, Sam is kind of a coward.
Yeah.
So he has just that trait, like, oh, you threatened me, so I'm good.
As soon as there's any resistance, he's like, yeah, I wasn't going to do it.
Yeah.
JK, it's just a prank, bro.
Well, kind of like Golem, obviously.
Yeah, oh,
Golem
yeah.
is like a scary, badass little fucker while everyone's asleep. But then as soon as they wake up, he's like, oh, no!
Mm-hmm.
Well, he tells her that Shota is waiting for her because she obviously knows that Kahlan was coming. I mean, duh. And then when she's done, Sam gets to have her. So that's interesting.
Win-win.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's like, well, I'm going to save you now.
Shota and Sam. Not great for Kahlan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kahlan says that Shota has fucked up this time, and once she's done with her, he may not even have a mistress anymore. He doesn't like this, so he hisses at her.
Which, I don't know what you were going to say. I'm sorry. I just have to say that Sam doing this actually, lends to Kahlan's crazy, like, I'm going to go there and kill her. Like, had Sam not done this, she might not, like, this is just ramping up her.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's trying to kill me, so I have to go in there protective.
We know she's already hyping her own self up.
To murder her.
Trying to convince herself that she's going to go murder Shota in self-defense.
Yeah.
So like,
this is
Sam attacking her is justification.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, he guides her through the woods, pointing things out for her to avoid as vines reach out and grab at her ankles.
As they do. Yeah.
Right? We know this. They also bite people.
Yeah.
The snake vine, right? They come to a cliff face with hidden stairs that lead down to Shota's valley below.
I just have to say, both of you just said that like it's not a real thing, and maybe it's just because you're not as clumsy as me, but when I'm walking through areas with vines, I swear to God, those fuckers reach out and grab at my ankles.
So what you're saying is that these vines aren't actually moving and reaching for her ankles.
They might not be.
She's just stumbling her way through all of this.
Yeah.
They are grabbing them.
Yeah, if I'm walking across vines and stumps and shit, you know, Nate. You know.
Yeah, well, that's
I'm tripping all over myself.
I hold you while we do that.
Yeah.
And climb down mountains.
Yeah.
Apparently, you're fine on mountains. I'm not.
You're not, no.
I fall so much.
Good thing you didn't run to any vine-covered mountains.
I know. I'd be fucked.
No, we would collectively be fucked.
Yeah. Like, well, not today. No, we're going back down. Okay, so when they get to the edge of these stairs, he's like pointing out to the valley, and he's like, mistress, that way. And Kahlan, obviously, like it's very clearly the center of a magic thing that's happening in this valley.
Stairs are leading there.
Yeah. Do you see that giant castle that's at the bottom of the stairs? Now look at all the trees around it. You don't want to go there. And I know this is going to sound crazy. Don't go to the trees. You want to go to the castle. Like, I could have figured that out, my man. Thanks, but no thanks.
I'm also 99% sure that this is the exact same thing he did the first time that we went there. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, Sam, yeah, I've been here.
That's right.
Not a new customer. I'm returning. We don't have to do the pleasantries.
Yeah, besides, we don't like each other.
Yeah. Also that. Yeah.
Like, we're not friends. Well, Kahlan keeps focused on protecting Richard and the Kandar. Sparks of blue light come from her hands. This is new, right? This didn't happen before.
Yeah, she's got spirit fingers.
This is... I just figured out the name for this episode because that is great.
I feel like last time when she went into the Kandar, I mean, maybe her hands had blue, but they were more focused on, like, the fact that she drew the fucking things on her eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
And started just confessing everyone around her. So we weren't even really looking at her hands because it wasn't a controlled Kandar. It was just like messy magic.
And
Yeah.
didn't they say like her eyes went totally white and all like stuff like that? Or was that just the show?
That's what I'm trying to. I know that she did like the star or the
Yeah,
lightning
she did the
bolts,
markings over her
but
eyes.
I don't remember if
Yeah.
something happened to her eyes.
Yeah.
I think on the show, don't they go, or well, everybody's eyes go all black when they're confessed on the show, but like
When they're confessed, yes.
Yeah.
that looks so fucking cool though.
Oh, you know, her eyes were red
That's what I thought.
in
I
the
thought,
show.
That's right.
They were red in the
Yeah,
show.
That's why I'm thinking of
Yeah.
red.
I was just picturing her
I don't
going
know.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Well, Kahlan is pissed, and she knows that Shota doesn't have protection from subtractive magic, right? And so, for the first time when dealing with Shota, she isn't afraid. And she's telling herself that if Shota doesn't promise to leave Richard alone, or if she makes one just say what again, you know what I
Hold me
mean?
back.
Yeah.
Hold me back.
Then she is going to die.
But therein, I think, is also the thing that she's not thinking deeply enough about this because she's trying to keep her like Kandar flowing because I don't know. I just feel like you don't ever know. It's like somebody being like, I have a gun. I'm going to go up there and that motherfucker won't, if they say one thing, I'm going to fucking shoot him. And not thinking about the fact that they have like a gun themselves and like 6 minions waiting in the wings who are going to shoot you if you make a move.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't even thinking that serious. I was even thinking like, imagine like in your head, you are trying to do calculus while also like doing your homework, like doing English homework. If your brain is focusing on calculus, that English homework is going to turn out like shit. Like you can't, like she's supposed to be holding back her Kandar while maintaining the thought of trying to convince herself that this is in self-defense, and then also have an investigatory conversation with Shota.
Yeah.
You ain't doing all 3 of those things.
Well,
You're going to get 2 of the 3 at best.
That's the rub here. She's either going there to try and kill her,
Oh, yeah.
or get answers. She can't do both.
Yeah.
She's not going to be able to hold her for like that's not how this fucking works.
Yeah, it's not if, it's when.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I guess maybe. Here's the thing. Kahlan's not going there to kill her immediately with her Kandar. That's not how her Kandar works.
Right.
This is where
Right.
this is what I'm not thinking about. Okay.
Yeah.
So she's thinking she's going to go in there and immediately confess her if she starts pulling some shit. And that does work in an instant, if it does work. You know? It's like blink of an eye bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
And then she's confessed, and she can ask her whatever she wants once she's confessed, and then she can kill her. That's accurate. And I wasn't thinking about that. But
she's got to get her confessed first.
she's got to get her confessed first, and that's also relying on the fact that she is actually in control of this ancient magic she's not actually been able to understand.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
if it-
she's used it once,
yeah,
right?
if it doesn't function in the way that she thinks it is. I mean, I know she's got blue glowing hands right now, but if it doesn't actually function the way she thinks it's going to, Shota is a goddamn witch woman, and she can do some bullshit.
Yeah.
She can fly the ground up from underneath you, and then all of a sudden you're distracted, and you're not
Well,
confessing her,
and
you know?
we've talked about how wizards explode trees.
Yeah.
She's in
Yeah.
the middle of the woods right now. This is my most terrifying thing. Like, snakes are creepy or whatever to Kahlan, but if Shota's just heating all the water in the trees up and you don't realize it, she'd be like, all right, well, hey, glad we had this talk. Have a nice day. Boom. And then the whole, like, you're gone. And
And-
it'd take a split second.
Or
And
lightning?
on top of that, yeah, and lightning. But on top of that, she's in Shota's home territory.
Right.
So anything
Yeah.
could be pre-planned of like, Shota can just go, if I stand in this one exact spot, I can do whatever I want and nothing will hit me because like I've got my gargoyles on each side and stuff like that. But
Shota knows she's coming. She
Oh,
can
yeah.
put a poisoned thumbtack on the chair.
yeah. I mean it sounds like there's a real Stormcloud brewing in Kahlan's head.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Which reminds me. What'd you say this beer was, Nate?
Well, the beer we're having is it has a hilarious name.
Yes.
The Night Swimmer Stout.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to transition using that.
I know. It's like, it's Stormcloud. Stormcloud Brewing
Yes.
is why it could tie in, but Night Swimmer was just hilarious. I don't know why, but I'm sure everybody thinks it's the same thing when I say that.
a sperm,
but it's supposed to
right?
be like skinny dipping. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought skinny
Out
dipping,
in
not
nature.
sperm.
But you
Although
did-
skinny dipping can lead to sperm.
That's
That's
true.
what I'm saying. Like,
That's why it all
they're the
kind of
night
works.
swimmers, you know? They can swim during the day. You can fuck during the day and get pregnant. Just letting everyone know. But I feel like the majority of people have their swimmers transitioning to other pools at nighttime.
I love what you just said.
I want to listen to you teach a whole sex ed class. That was great.
All right. Well, the Night Swimmer Stout from Stormcloud Brewing Company clocks in at 7% and 34 IBUs. They say our Belgian style stout with an appearance as dark as swimming in Lake Michigan on a moonless night. That's dramatic. It reveals a light chocolate and roast aroma intertwined with dark fruit flavors. One of our house yeast strains sourced from Belgium adds a slight background fruitiness. Altogether, this is a great beer to drink with rich cheeses, smoked or barbecue food, and chocolate desserts.
I like it more as I drink it. It does remind me of the Tyrion Hand of the Throne
Yeah.
the barley wine that we had. Game of Thrones, whatever.
Yeah, you can taste the fruit in it.
Oh, yeah.
I do want to say, I don't... the way that they're like, the darkness of a Lake Michigan night... I'm sorry. If you've
On
seen...
a moonless night
if
in
you've
Lake
seen,
Michigan?
If you've seen Lake Michigan, it doesn't have to be that dark.
No, not at all.
No.
So, I just think that's funny
Yeah.
that we're talking about it like it has to be pitch dark for Lake Michigan to not be able to be seen through or
look
something.
black. Yeah.
I mean, I like Lake Michigan. I'm glad we live here. Fresh water, wonderful. It's a great day trip.
Winter water wonderland.
But it is not Caribbean blue see-through water.
No.
You are not wanting to drink that water.
Good fish and good boat and water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, swimming's okay.
Yeah.
Not like it's dirty, but yeah, it's not,
Yeah.
some crystal blue.
We swim
Right.
the rivers, which are dirty.
yeah.
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 The
I don't
rivers are
care.
cleaner than the lake, though, usually, depending on the river.
True.
Well, then
true.
let's hope they used that beer or that water to make this beer. The clean stuff.
It tastes great.
I'm sure they do.
I mean,
sure
to
they
me,
do.
Now that
Yeah.
I've had half of it, it tastes great.
You don't worry about all these flavors if you use crap ingredients.
I-
But what I was going to say about it is that some of the flavors, when they stick out for the first time, are very strong.
Yeah.
So my first few sips, I was like, I don't really like this one that
Yeah.
much. But like you said, Jade, it's growing on me.
It was weird how it was layered.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it was like, oh, there's beer, like that's beer taste. And then it's like, oh, there's chocolate. Oh, and then there's a little fruitiness there.
Yeah.
Which gives it
it's,
like
it's
a-
not like it was like when you bite into a chocolate covered strawberry where you get everything at once. It was like boom, and then boom, and then boom.
You get chocolate, then you get fruity, and
Yes.
then it's like smoky at the end.
yeah.
And I feel like the fruity part is also like a fermenty fruit, so it feels winey.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I
Feels
agree
like you're
100%.
drinking.
I want cheese. Like I
Yeah.
just want little cheese bites with this. That would be fantastic.
Yeah. So,
It is whiny.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah. So, I
So
like it.
out of 5 cheese bites,
Cheese bites?
how many cheesy bites would you give
If
this?
you were Kahlan, you would say 0 because fuck cheese.
I'm going to... Yeah, Kaylin would be like, how many lightning bolts? I'm going to say a 3.5. I'm going 3.5. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's remarkable,
Yeah.
but it is very interesting.
Yes. I 3.
Okay. Okay.
You said what Kahlan would rate it. You never actually gave your rating, Jade.
I'd say like 4 because it does remind me of the Tyrion beer, and that just makes me
Yeah.
happy for some reason.
Okay.
All right. Well, the Night Swimmer from Stormcloud Brewing Company. If you guys can find it, we recommend you try it.
I also think it's funny because it's Night Swimmer Stout, and I don't know, for some reason the word stout after Night Swimmer makes me think of like a stout little dick. Anyways, we'll be back right after this.
All right, and we are back for the rest of Chapter 40, the Temple of the Winds.
So,
Oh,
Woo!
Well, Kahlan has finally arrived to Shota, who is seated between what, Jade?
2 live gargoyles.
That's right.
Golden gargoyles, I'm
golden
sorry.
gargoyles. Holy, just like as a kid who watched Gargoyles as a cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking love this. Of course she's hanging out with 2 gargoyles. Anybody that does is okay in
I
my
always
book.
forget their names, and we always talk about this. We do this every time. But my favorite gargoyle was the little red one. Little red one, or there was a bigger one that was kind of doofy. I always like the big ones that are kind of dumb.
What was it? You had Goliath.
Yeah,
and then
he's
you
the main
had
guy.
Brooklyn, right? Who
He's
I think was the big guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Brooklyn's the
thinking of.
big guy.
And then you had like I don't remember the little one's name, but he was hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 live golden gargoyles.
Nuzzling
That
up.
would have thrown me off my game if I were Kahlan enough. Be like, oh, you know what? I thought I was going to pull some shit here today, Shota, but you obviously win because gargoyles. So we're good. you know what? I'm just going to go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I
Like-
didn't realize you were that cool.
Like, hey, I actually don't want to fight, but actually, before I go, can I pet one? Can I pet one of those?
Well, they exchange barbs. Shota calls Kahlan a child assassin, and Kahlan says, I'm sick of your shit. But Shota does note the blue light at Kahlan's hands. Mm-hmm. And immediately she uses lightning of her own to reheat the tea that Kahlan was apparently late for.
Yeah.
Because I knew you were going to be here.
Fucking power move,
And
right?
you took forever.
See, and I'm glad that you guys did the notes this way because I did not know who it was that made the lightning. Because the way so I didn't listen to it, I read it. Or I listened to him first, but then I read him the next 2 times. And so I don't have whatever his inflection was when he was saying it because I thought he said it was a blue, or it was the like blue clouds and then lightning came down. So I was like, was that Caitlin's power like acting on its own? Like she summoned lightning down, or was that Shota saying, I got lightning powers too, bitch?
Yeah, no, that was Shota.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Also, Kahlan.
What did I say?
I could swear. Maybe you didn't.
Did I say Colin?
I thought I heard you say Caitlin.
Oh. No, I just have mush mouth.
That's okay. No judgment for Mushmouth here.
Yeah. It's
least
a good,
of all from me.
It's a good thing. One of my favorite things to do isn't talk into a microphone.
Well, both with self-assured smiles
Okay, bitch.
sit
Okay,
down
bitch.
for some tea, toast, and convo.
That's what that is.
Fucking danger. Like, get the fuck... No. I would want to be nowhere near that place.
Eyebrows raised.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, they both are like, okay, all right, here, we're doing this.
You think you got some shit to say, but I got some shit to say to you.
Now,
and just...
if that was tea, toast, and shakut, I might sit.
Oh, you're going to do a shakut?
That might get me to sit down.
Well, I might sit for a shakut.
like 5-10 minutes, but then I'm out.
No, I love a shakut.
Yeah. I'd shakut. Surprised we're not shakooting right now.
I'm surprised we're not shakut. That's what I appreciate about you, Aaron.
Oh, thank you.
You always know when to do a shakut.
During the break, I don't know if you guys don't know this, but Aaron said he's now mad at the beer we're drinking because
Yeah.
he doesn't have cheese.
I'm amending my score to a 2 because I'm realizing it would be so much. It would be a 4.5 if I had cheese.
If there
to
were
pair
the
with it.
appropriate accoutrement to go with it.
Yes.
Well, Shota says murder is better on a full stomach.
Fair.
So she would concur with you, Aaron.
Yeah.
We should have cheese.
Look, nothing's fun on an empty stomach. Like, I'm not saying,
Yeah,
like,
that's
oh,
true.
yeah, everyone knows murder's great after a good steak dinner. But, like, no.
I definitely feel like you would be less
But
queasy
I'm
if
sure
you were
it would
full.
be better.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah.
Well, Kahlan says that it isn't murder.
Self-defense, even though I'm planning it right now.
Well, Shota asks how she justifies it, and then Kahlan just immediately loses her cool and says, just quit fucking with Richard. And Shota, cool as a cucumber. Jealousy then. Okay, let's talk.
That's what you're going with today.
This is the guy from SLC Punk when they're gonna discuss chaos and order in the basement. It was like, yes, let's discuss chaos then. Well, Kahlan asks why she wants to hurt them, and Shota seems appalled by this. She's shocked. She's just a humble witch woman who sees the flow of time, a messenger, if you will, and everyone knows you don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah. You asshole.
But then she asks if the plague has arrived yet. And Kahlan, being Kahlan right now, is like, how do you know that?
Yeah.
I'm a witch woman. Duh.
Yeah. Have you not
Established.
Pirate.
listened to anything I'm saying?
Yeah, seriously.
Honestly, for the next for this chapter and the next one, there is a lot of Kahlan reiterating a question and Shota having to describe it in another way to her for it to sink in. And I'm 99% sure that is done by Terry as the author for us as the reader to give us better exposition, but it makes Kahlan look dumb as fuck.
You said it.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't paint her in the greatest light at all. But
We did get the info, though.
We did.
yes,
I'm not
I guess
saying
that's
that. That's what I'm saying. It's not Kahlan's fault.
Yes.
That's my
No.
point. I don't think it's Kahlan's fault. She was written this way because Terry was trying to make us definitely get what he was saying. I'm yelling at you guys, and I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I forgive you.
You know what? Kahlan is upset too. She's yelling. She says, "We defeated the keeper for you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You owe us one, remember?" And Shota's like, "I know. That's why I sent Nadine."
Duh.
Oh, no.
Duh. Can't you tell? This was my gift.
Right.
Wait, no.
Literally an, oh, no, you shouldn't have type gift. Kahlan is fucking raging. That is a fucked up way of saying thank you. And Shota just plays it off like, you know what, you wouldn't get it. It's a witch woman thing.
Riddles!
Yeah.
Obviously, you're too stupid to understand why I sent somebody who would be highly threatening to you to take away your man, and you'd be upset about that like some simp. But
Yeah.
I was not ready for you to say simp. That got me.
oh, by the way, did y'all fuck yet? Now she's asking about Kahlan and Richard's sex life.
Yeah, sexy time.
And Kahlan loves this because she's like, yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, we're very public with what we
did it.
do.
We fucked so hard, Shota.
Yeah.
But Shota is not happy to hear that they have had sex already. But when she hears that they fucked in a place between worlds, she's happy again because apparently that doesn't count.
So I read that one just slightly different. I read it once it was revealed because how Shota kept asking. She knew Kahlan was lying.
Yeah,
She wasn't mad because Kahlan said we had sex. She was mad because she knows they haven't.
Yeah, I think that's how it came across to me too. Is that Shota was like, things wouldn't be working out. Like
Yes.
they wouldn't fall the way they do in the future if you guys had sex.
Yes, you're wasting my time right now. Just tell me where you think you had sex.
Yeah.
Stop this.
But I will say, if Shota said this shit to me right here,
Yeah.
and then what happens, I would go home immediately from this meeting and be like, Richard, pull your dick out of your pants.
I'd do it for him if I were you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, if this
Dear Penthouse,
With-
you are
hold on.
never going to
Hold on.
believe what happened to me today.
Hold on. Once she obtains consent, I think she should do that.
Well, of course.
I don't think anyway. We'll finish the next two chapters and we'll talk about how important I think consent would be at this point.
I don't
What
think
a tease.
Richard's saying no.
What
you
a
know?
tease.
He'd be like, oh, yeah, well, yeah, if you feel it's right for us to do this, let's...
That's what I'm saying.
Let's just go
we'll get
ahead
there.
and
We'll
do
get
this.
there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, so they said that we fucked in the spirit world.
And then she's
Right.
like,
But
Yeah.
it doesn't count, much
Yeah.
like a poop hole loophole,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yes. The whole God can't see.
Right.
oh golly.
But Shota argues because if it does count, then why haven't you done it here? Like in
Great question.
the real world.
Like all of our questions.
Great follow-up.
But Kahlan's just like, well, we thought it would be best to wait.
And the Mortis said we should, and
Yeah, because it's clear it's not a good answer.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if it's legit there, then it should be legit and fully counts to you guys here. But if it doesn't fully count to you guys here, then it doesn't count.
Yeah.
And the other thing, fuck Shota. You know what? We're doing what we want to do. Why does that matter to you? Why haven't we done it here? That's none of your goddamn business.
I would argue
we did it once in the spirit world. We're happy. Fuck you.
we did it in a spirit world.
Yeah.
Like, sex is whatever it is between two people. Sometimes it's not as good as what it would be like in a fucking spirit realm.
Oh, yeah.
It's just here.
It's got to be better.
It's hot and dirty, you know?
Yeah.
That's
no
what
stamina.
I'm saying.
Okay,
So
if that's your
stamina?
argument, though, then you're never going to want to have fuck here.
Yeah, and
Have
that's
fuck here? That's not how you say that.
One
do
fuck,
the sex.
please.
No, like, but that's why you can't just do that because
Yeah.
you have to. Because you really want to. You should.
Yes.
You ought to, I would say.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but I guess, it's not Shota's business, but yeah, we're getting, like, there's a reason for these questions,
Yes.
obviously.
Yeah.
Right. But, to Kahlan, she's like, why does it even matter? And Shota explains it matters because if Richard gets Kahlan pregnant, it'll most likely be a gifted confessor. And historically, that is almost always a disaster.
That's not, I don't think that's the reason she's asking right now, but she's deflecting.
Yes.
Yes, very much so. She would have to ask Richard to kill the baby, and Shota knows that Kahlan would not be able to do that.
Well, because she doesn't have to ask. Because the person would be confessed. So it would be, hey, kill that baby.
Right.
And she doesn't care about his feelings about the baby.
And
because
to
he's
ask
confessed.
somebody who's confessed to do that is much less traumatic to a person that is not.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. She don't even have to ask. She can just command.
So
Like, you
here's a
don't even
question.
need to form it as a question. It's just kill the baby.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You just have to say the words, even if you can't bring yourself to say them.
Yeah.
But like, so theoretically, they have to kill the baby. Richard feels that less amount of love for Kahlan after having to do something like that, and now maybe he's subjected to confession.
Oh, yeah, because it's only his love for her. So if that love wavers.
Yeah.
Because theoretically, he would do whatever she said, so he would do it.
Because I feel like her power is static.
That's the whole point.
Oh, yeah.
Love can wave. It
Yeah.
can grow.
I
it
would
can
think so.
shrink. You know what I mean? Like he's got to be careful about that.
That's
shit.
why she's worried about losing his love.
Yeah.
That's true. It's very important that it's maintained.
Good thing she doesn't do anything that'll piss him off then.
Here's also the other thing is that, there's no other confessors. Traditionally,
Yeah.
confessors had babies around other confessors who would have been enforcing that rule because
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
had lived through it. If they just pop a baby out randomly somewhere, it'll just be the two of them being like, he's so sweet. He could never murder.
Yeah.
Yeah. But according to some, it would have to be done.
Yes.
Like it's not even a question.
Yeah.
And Shota has already told him that she would do it for him just in case.
I will throw a baby off the top of the fucking tower. I do not give a shit.
I will curb stomp that baby.
I think now more than ever in the book, I do see this, how Shota sees it as a mercy.
Yes.
Obviously, Kahlan and Richard do not see it that way, and I fully understand that prospect when you're the parent of said baby.
Shota will 100% kill one person to save 100.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
and
not
that's all
because
she's
she
doing.
wants to kill their baby,
Right.
Just
Yeah.
because she knows the good that it will do. Eventually.
She's a greater good type person.
She
like, do it for everyone.
assumes the good that it will
Yes,
do.
that's
Right.
the problem with that.
Yes.
Yes, but she is willing to make that sacrifice.
Yeah.
She is. Kahlan
She's
hates
willing
it.
to kill
Shota is.
an
Yeah.
innocent baby
Yes.
because of the risk that it might not be an innocent baby.
Yes.
Right. And Kahlan says, so you threaten my baby, and then you threaten me when I come to ask you for help, which is kind of bullshit if you ask me.
That's not why you're here.
Because you came here ready to kill somebody.
Yeah.
But anyways, she's like real mature. Now they are still throwing barbs. And Shota says, I did not. And here it's revealed that Sam pretty much did the exact opposite of what Shota wanted. The whole jumping on Kahlan and attacking her, I'm going to eat you.
Yeah.
Not in the good way, but the bad
groping
way.
groping her as well.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That happened.
Yeah. And Shota tells Sam that she'll deal with him later. So basically no punishment.
I think he'll get punished.
I think you will.
Shota doesn't seem like a forgiving person.
Yeah, that's true.
I think he was supposed to greet her with kindness.
Yeah.
And because Shota's trying to be the bigger person here.
Yes.
She's not trying to hurt Kahlan.
Yeah, that's true.
She knew Kahlan was coming to talk. she did not have any plans to kill her or fight with her.
So really, Sam doing that is dirt in her eye. Like,
Yeah.
she would be upset about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
I think so.
it damaged this conversation with Kahlan.
I thought it was like a company policy thing. Like when your company policy fucks up a potential business deal, you blame it on the kid who brought up the policy, and then you tell the other company, yes, this will be dealt with, and then you go back and you're like, hey, you did the right thing. Don't worry about it.
I think like the last time they were there,
Could be.
and maybe in the future, yes. But I think this specific instance, Shota was trying to be the bigger person and show Kahlan how little she was being by coming in trying to kill her.
I mean, she does say
And that undermined what she was trying to do.
Yeah. She does say that, believe it or not, I really don't want to hurt you, Kahlan. I really do not. I could have poisoned the tea. I could have put a fucking python underneath your chair, but I didn't. By the way, that would have been hilarious, but I didn't.
If you guys just look under your chairs real quick.
Yeah. It's not a car.
Nope,
it's
no
a
car
boa
keys.
constrictor.
Anaconda.
Well, and Kahlan is thinking right now, it's because of the Kandar. Right? She's like, yeah, because you can't fuck with me because I can get you.
Yeah, that's easy to say now that you can't.
Yeah. But Shota tells her straight up she is not worried about the Kandar. She's more afraid of her womb and her attitude. And there is a lot to unpack there.
Well, yeah, but I just have to say, she's not wrong. Like, she's like, I could see the future, bitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew you were coming in here. I could have laid magic bombs all along my pathway.
Yeah.
Duh.
But if I thought I would have ended up fine at the end of it anyways, I'm not worried about my defense, you
and
know?
that should make you go, oh,
Should make
fuck,
you
I'm in
think
trouble.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And I do think that later we should unpack that. I think, Nate, you and I specifically should talk about Kahlan's womb and what we think could be
Oh, yeah.
going
Oh,
on there. Yeah.
yeah, as straight white men.
Yes.
Right,
Yes,
exactly.
I think we should talk about that.
Our voices need to be heard.
Yes. Yeah. When's someone going to listen to us finally?
Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Please
Yeah.
know that was sarcasm. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. In today's
just like
world,
to point
in the
out that
in
Aaron
today's
started that joke?
climate,
No.
Yeah.
that's a hilarious joke, Aaron.
That'll fly.
I think it's funny. You're smiling.
Am I?
You're angry, but you're smiling. A little bit of both.
I can tell you from experience, Aaron, that one's half and half, buddy.
That's what I'm saying. But I got half.
We should keep going because I don't like that. I'm not.
Kahlan realizes fighting with Shota isn't going to go anywhere.
Aaron.
Or maybe she realized that the Kandar just straight up won't work.
Yeah, she could have put runes up or something that negate the Kandar. Just negate electricity.
Yeah,
And then it's like, all right, yeah, you gotta touch me
Shota
somehow.
is older than you.
Yes.
Her mother lived through the bad confessors. So yeah, she could have way more knowledge about the Kandar than Kahlan has.
Most likely. I think it's safe to assume that.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck, you know what? I never really thought about that way, but she's versed in all of this stuff. She can see time. She knows a lot of Kahlan's, Kahlan had to unlock the Kandar ability.
Yeah.
Shota was aware of all that way before Kahlan did.
Shota knows more about being a war wizard than Richard does right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Most likely.
I made a point about we gotta keep talking about this chapter. I have a point about Richard being a war wizard that I'm upset about too.
Well, ultimately, there's people dying out there, and Kahlan is being selfish. So instead, she proposes a truce. At least for now, they're going to take each other at their word.
I am upset
Why?
because that's bullshit. Because Kahlan saying that is like, oh, look at me being all altruistic. No. You know
They
who did
wanna
that from the
work
time you came
together
in here?
to save, people in general.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate goal.
Yeah,
right?
except Shota from the time she came in here was like, I ain't trying to hurt you, bitch. And Kahlan, with that comment, is trying to be like, hey, let's all put our weapons down and be nice, right? You're the only one who came in here with weapons. Calm down.
Yeah.
Like, say that to yourself and just be like, hey, Shota, I'm sorry I came in here angry. Let's have a chit chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to make it like you're both the bad people. Like, you came in here as the asshole.
That's what I mean. It's not a truce.
This is my house. I was making breakfast.
Yeah.
I had
And
tea for you.
My thinking is a truce is when two people compromise. Shota hasn't changed her stance the entire time.
Yeah.
Kahlan
Right.
just went from up here I'm holding one hand higher than the other.
Yeah.
And then Kahlan came down to where Shota. I'm holding my hands at the same level.
I hate that you did that.
But yeah, Shota was just like, I'm just waiting for you to get to where I am.
Yeah.
There wasn't a compromise.
Yeah. That's why it made me
Like, yeah.
I was upset when she was
Yes.
like, let's make it true. Fuck you, Kahlan. I've been trucing with you since you walked in this place.
She's been trucing since before she was born.
Yeah. Eat my truce.
Well, Kahlan, wow. Eat my truce. I actually kind of love that.
I like that a lot.
A t-shirt idea. Kahlan places her hands on the table and the blue light extinguishes. She apologizes to Shota and asks for help.
Good job, Kahlan.
She says, "Congratulations, Mother Confessor. You've just earned the right to ask me questions. If you're brave enough to hear the answers, they might be of help to you."
Yeah, we didn't have to do this whole pissing match of a chapter. You could have just came in here and been like, yo,
Right.
Shota, what's up?
Which kind of like what we were saying before. Like maybe Kahlan would have come in with guns blazing less if Sam wouldn't have attacked her. Like, you know, that's
Yeah.
I think Sam was not supposed to.
No.
Like that was definitely like Shota could have got to this point with Kahlan 10 minutes earlier.
Oh, yeah. She didn't want Kahlan to come in
Yeah.
all ready for a fight. She was hoping things stayed smooth. And you can't blame her for that at all. Unfortunately, my beer is empty, and I think I'm going to grab another one. So why don't we take
it's
a
just
real quick break?
Yeah, it's just your podcast. Do whatever you want, I guess.
Yeah. And we will be
It's your
back.
birthday.
Yeah, it is your birthday.
I could do what I want. It's my birthday.
Yeah.
I'll cry if I want to.
Here, do
I'll
you
drink
just-
if I want.
do you just want my
I
beer?
will pause a podcast
wanna-
if I want to.
Do you just want to take my beer from me?
We will be back right after this. And we are back to talk just a little bit more about Chapter 40.
Yeah.
Woo! So what do you guys think about this?
Discussion.
What do you think about Kahlan showing up all ready to go and then kind of having her light put out a little bit by Shota?
I think Shota should have given her a lot more shit at the end of the chapter when she said that. That's all I think. I think if somebody at the end of, like, somebody who I've been animosity, like, we've had an animosity towards each other,
Yeah.
right? And I had decided previously to go do everything in my power to be as gracious a host as I can and be kind. And then this bitch, after like half an hour, goes, okay, let's just be nice to each other. I'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that she's mad at Samuel, and I'd be like, yeah, fuck Samuel, okay? He's a little bitch. Yeah, he's not my friend.
Yeah.
He's my employee. And I promise you, he's gonna pay. Because I don't have to listen to any laws, so I can literally cut a limb off if I want to.
Yeah.
It's not, like, literally, we don't even need to get into my punishment style. But I can really fuck him up if I wanted to. So yes, between me and you, I've been chill.
I mean,
Well,
we
we-
know Shota's dangerous.
I would
Right.
say we get to her punishment style at the end of next chapter.
Yeah. But I guess that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I've been chill as fuck. Like,
yeah.
I am not usually a chill lady. The
Yeah.
last time that Richard came here, even though I like Richard, I pulled a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And I am not pulling any shit. I'm literally like, here's some hot tea and fucking toast, bitch.
Do you know? So this is what. So I couldn't remember if this happened at the end of chapter 40 or the beginning of chapter 41. But this is where I feel the need, especially on this podcast, to give Kahlan a little bit of praise here. Because she did do the right thing. She calmed the fuck down and said, you're
Yeah.
smarter than me. I'm going to start asking you questions and try to listen. However, everything up until that point was a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
And afterwards, yes, she does act like a dumb person, whether that's because of Terry or that's the character of Kahlan. That can be up for debate, which I'm assuming we'll do later. But, like, Kahlan is doing the right thing. She's finally doing the right and the smart thing. Listen to someone who wants to help you and knows more than you. Good job, Kahlan.
Yeah.
Good. Gold star.
Not
This is
gold.
what you guys should be doing.
I wouldn't give her gold, though.
I mean, I
Okay, yeah,
kind of see
silver.
where Aaron's
Eh,
coming
bronze.
because, like, Kahlan's
But a
not going to
star.
win in a fight.
Right.
Arguably, right?
Well, she
like,
thought-
we've established that.
So that's the whole thing, though, is she thought she could. She came into this thinking that she was going to fucking whip Shota from wall to wall, from the window to the wall.
Till the sweat drips down.
Yes.
them
All,
halls.
Her lady
all over
balls.
her. Her lady balls, yes.
Oh, see, I said the halls.
I heard balls.
Well,
But, so Kahlan is like, you know what? I have been humbled here. Like, yep, she apologized.
Know when
at the
you're
end,
beat.
at the very end, she gave out one little meek apology and was like, you're right, let's talk. And it was like, good. But yes, everything before that, dumb. Like, to me, this was Shota treating Kahlan like an upset teenager.
yeah.
She's like, I can talk back, but it's only gonna make it worse. Therefore, I'm just gonna let you have your little temper tantrum, and then when you are ready to talk, I will treat you like a very small and inexperienced adult.
Yeah.
Because I am the much bigger person, and I can do whatever I want with you before
Yeah.
you even think about it.
And Shota already knows how the outcome of this is going to be.
Yes. Yeah.
And Kahlan should know that.
Or at least has a real good idea.
Yeah. So it's frustrating. I get you giving her
Yes.
points
Yes. Yes.
personally.
Oh yeah, she still does a lot of bad things. But I think it's important, if I'm going to rag on her for every bad thing, I do need to point out when she does a good thing. That's
I mean, that's fine.
yeah.
I just don't agree.
Yeah. Hey, we can agree to disagree. That's how it should be.
Okay. So, the other point was like, don't let a woman pick your path when a man is in her sight.
It's something they've said earlier in the series, so a couple
Was
of
that
times.
when they met Shota the first time? Did Shota say that to
Yeah.
her?
Well, somebody
I was gonna
else
say, that
said
sounds
it.
familiar.
I think maybe Zed said it to
Oh, to
To her.
Richard?
Yeah.
Or to
Kahlan.
Kahlan. Yeah.
I just thought it was interesting because between Shota and Kahlan right now, they're both doing this.
Yeah. Richard is in both their sights.
Kahlan wants very much to be able to marry Richard and have that life and have Richard have that life. Shota wants Richard to have the same life, but the way that she sees it, it can't be Kahlan.
Yes.
So she is also trying to give Richard that life.
Yeah.
And so I just thought it was interesting that like both of these ladies, especially when they're sitting down at the table with the self-assured smiles, assured of the other's destruction
Oh,
if
yeah.
they cross their path. It's
Yeah.
like that is a very, very dangerous place to be right
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Well, especially when you know that Kahlan's coming in on edge.
Yeah.
Like-
confident she can beat Shota when
Yeah.
I don't know. So
Well, and I also think that lends to, like, okay, here's part of the issue, too, is that in this chapter that we just went over, Shota is not giving the information. Like, at the very end there, you
Right.
heard her say, you've been granted the...
Yeah, now you can ask.
Now you can ask.
Yeah.
So everything up till there has been her toying around.
Shota's been in total control this whole time.
Oh, yes. Yes. Calm
Yeah.
and collected and in control.
So she could have defused the situation immediately when
That is
Kahlan
also
got
true.
there by telling her the whole story. But she chose not to because of the attitude that Kahlan came in towards her with.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Kahlan was ready for a fist fight.
Yeah. And Shota was like, had you come in here a little meeker, a little bit like, hey, let's work together, I would have been like, yo, this is what I did, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
Which
you
is why-
came in here guns blazing, so
Yeah.
fuck you. Yeah, I don't know. Let's dance around for a minute.
Which really does. I mean, that's where I think that the whole thing with Sam should get a little bit more of a spotlight on it.
Yeah.
Like maybe Kahlan would have been calmer by the time she walked all the way down, and if Sam would have been like, "Oh, Mother Confessor, hello. Yeah, I still don't like
Yeah.
you, but
We're
I'm not going to attack and grope you and claim to then kill you or eat you
Yeah.
while you're alive."
We're supposed to be on good terms.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
Yeah,
be friendly towards you, I guess, if I have to.
Which
Yeah.
is interesting because that's when
Because the mistress told me to be
Yeah.
nice to you because she's looking forward to your meal together.
and that's interesting because that was immediately when Shota stopped toying with Kahlan.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah.
she found out that Sam fucked with her, she stopped toying around.
Yeah.
She was like, "Nope, I never said that.
Yeah.
Nope, that was not supposed to happen. Sam, bet your ass we're talking later.
Yeah, because it might have
I'm gonna
changed
make
her
you eat
attitude
so
walking
many
in.
spider webs.
She might have
100%.
still been on edge, but she would have been like, "Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Maybe this isn't a trap."
Yeah. Could be. Too bad we'll never know.
No way for us to know. Nothing we can do.
Nope. No way to know.
All right. Well, I think that turns the page on chapter 40. But we do have one more thing to get to. Hang on, Aaron, do not look at the TV. I don't want you to know.
I saw one word and I'm very
He said
curious.
he never looks at the TV, though, right?
No,
How do I shut
that's
it
not what
off
I meant.
from here?
That might have been what I said, but it's not what I meant. I saw one word and I'm now very interested to find out what this email is.
Okay. I'm just going to disconnect the TV there so I can read this email. There we go.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's aggressive.
Now I can do it.
He's doing a whole thing here.
Oh, look, a valley.
All right. So this email is from, you're going to have to help me with the name. Is that, I want to say Elise, but I don't think that's what it is.
How's it spelled?
Is it Elisea?
Alicia?
Alicia. You know what? That works. That makes sense to me.
Could be totally wrong. I mispronounce stuff all the
Alicia.
time.
I think that's what it is. Okay, so this email is from Alicia Simmons. She is the head piercer at Esperanza Ink Tattoos.
I saw the word piercing
Oh,
and got
okay.
very intrigued.
Oh.
How you like
Wow.
Aaron? Well, I want to poke him with sharp things. No. She says, "Hey, Nate, Jade, and Aaron, just wanted to let you guys know that I approve of the addition of Aaron onto your podcast. I think it gives you guys the ability to joke around more and get another set of different views to talk more on your show. Keep up the good work." So you've been accepted, Aaron. They don't hate you.
Well, that's undeserved, but thank you.
She says, "I love listening to you guys Tuesday morning while I do piercings.
Oh, God.
It's especially funny when I do a labrae piercing because I constantly think of the ringed girls and how unpractical it is to pierce initially with a hoop. I keep thinking, what about the swelling? And I just cringe internally."
I don't know. I mean, we almost killed you by making jokes.
Yeah.
Nate. So, maybe we should cool down on the jokes if she's doing this while working.
You need
No,
nice-
she's probably got steady hands
Steady
no matter
hands,
what. I bet you.
Yeah.
better than mine when I'm drinking anyways.
Yeah. God.
I didn't even pierce my own ears. I was like, nah, that's just a bad idea. I'm not going to do it.
Well, why did you say that? Like,
Because a lot of people did it, and I knew that I couldn't trust myself with, look, I can play the guitar, I can do many things. Shoving needles through body parts? Mm-mm.
Yeah.
okay, that's fine. But the way you're like, I didn't
didn't
even
trust myself.
pierce
Yeah.
my own ear.
Well,
Like,
because he was saying his hands aren't steady. Like, he's like, I don't
I
even
get
trust doing my own ear.
I get
It
that,
is a
but
little
that's-
weird.
Wasn't too afraid to do it.
a little
Didn't
weird.
think I had the skill to do it. And it's not good to do home shit anyways. You should
That's-
definitely go see someone
that
like
was my
Alicia
point. I was like,
who will
what?
do it properly and cleanly.
Yeah, like like Alicia.
She says, anyways, love you
Alicia?
guys. Alicia
Alicia.
Simmons, head
Alicia.
piercer at Esperanza Ink Tattoos. So if you guys are out in California, I believe, go see her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we'll have to
Hell
see
yeah.
her. We'll have to see her when we go to California.
Yes, absolutely.
Are you
I
paying
don't.
for
I don't
that?
know who's paying for it, but
We'll figure that out later.
notice
I'm
I did.
getting a
I did
piercing,
say.
hell yeah.
I did say when, not if. And you guys agreed, so it's on the books now.
I didn't say shit.
All right, guys. Well, you've heard our truth, but we want to hear yours. Write in your journey books to podcast
ATT.
at gmail.com. She has so much joy. To let us know what you thought about this chapter or this show. You can follow us on Facebook at podcast ATT. This show is supported by all of our heroes on Patreon. If you want to be a hero, you can go to patreon.com/podcastatt and make a pledge of any amount to get access to ad-free episodes, side quests, merch, and access to our Discord server. What the hell are you doing? seen a whole lot of movement out of the corner of my eyes.
Jade and I are just very creatively flipping each other off while you're trying to read this.
Oh, fuck. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe to this podcast and give us a rating. It lets us know how we're doing, and it helps other seekers like you find this podcast. So thank you very much for listening, and we will see you real soon.
Bye!
Yeah, thank you, Alicia, and eat my truce.